Out here exploring today, Sunday. Found my way to something, trying to cut through the woods. Looks like we have an old home site here. Where's the house? Deep out in the woods, where's the ancient tree of life? Around the homestead. No trails out here. I was just cutting through. Found a parking zone. Thought I would take a walk through the pine zone. You're gonna say, look for a graveyard. That house dates back to 1929. You know, people come out here all the time. It used to be all hunt land. I guarantee you that. No, that's not a grave. Probably part of the house. I don't see any carvings on it. This house looks pretty modern. No, not square nails. Could have been just a barn, hunting cabin. Where's the major stuff at? That was probably from the house from 1885 or something. Then they just built onto it in 1943. Yeah, that stone right there standing up looks kind of mysterious to me. Not much to see. I don't see a pile of ancient bottles that are worth $3,000 a piece. Everything like that looks like a snake. Yeah, not much to see, just something. Makes me wonder about places like this, though. I mean, think about this as you look at the beautiful landscape. Awesome. Yeah, but think about this little concept I had. It's not really a concept, though. It's just a dream. That's all it is. Just a dream. All these times you come across old home sites deep out in the woods like this. And they're close to bodies of water, whatever. Way back when. 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whatever. Let's say the youngsters, even Daddy when he was farming the landscape, went out to the body of water and would just collect major history, you know? And they had a grand collection out here of significant things. Even a long time ago, they would have found half intact pottery, pots, fully intact pots, possibly. But where do they keep them? Where do they keep the 587 intact arrowheads that they found? Where did they keep the pottery shards? Where did they keep the fully intact pots? Where do they keep the smoking pipes? Where do they keep the best of their collection? Just on the shelf, in the cupboard, under the house. Yeah, every time I come across an old homestead, I keep wondering about that, though. It's like, what if nothing was passed down from great-great-great-grandfather? What if nothing was passed down? What if it was just left around the home site somewhere? And it's a different kind of cash. It's a different kind. Or it just ended up under the ground over time, covered by leaves and all. A few hundred points here or there, close by each other. Kind of forgotten in a different way. Be nice if they left a couple of collections around. Don't know how I'd ever find them. Let me keep on going. Oh, dang. What do we have here? Little ones, big ones. No, I'm not going to take that. That was a big one right there, though. Man. No, I'm not going to add that to my collection. That belongs out here in heaven. It's part of a different kind of collection out here. Oops, excuse me, Spicer. That's your house, not mine. Yeah, I gotta hurry up and lay off the phone a little bit. Lay off the camera. 94%. I see something colorful over there, metallic looking. It's just a balloon. I can tell you that much right now. It's a party balloon. But you know that there's always a party out here. Hunting territory, probably. I mean, this is where the deer like to sit, where they like to lay down. Yeah, I gotta lay off the phone because I gotta find my way out of here. I have no idea where I am. I gotta use my trusty compass. Is that a road? Is that a dirt road? I'm listening. Let me go ahead and get off the camera so I can conserve the battery life for the compass. Hope we don't run into any giant teddy bears out here. Not many trees to climb. You're not supposed to climb trees when you run into a giant teddy bear. Wildcats. There's one home site. There's got to be more. Oh, there's a ditch. There's a ditch right here. Okay, there's a dip in the land right here. There's this old road right here. Okay, good eye. All right. You can tell that's an old road. Right here. Look at that. Oh no, there's a giant pine tree that I can't lift up. That has fallen over recently. You're going to say, where does the road lead? I don't know. I'm looking for other things. Other anomalies besides dips in landscape. And trees that have chairs sitting up in them. With people dressed in outfits that match the leaves that you're looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at those rocks. They remind me of the rocks that are always down in southwest Georgia. You always come across weird house, the same kind of geology up here though. Sorry about that one. I'm not trying to make it to a road. I'm trying to make it to a body of water if I can ever find it. Just gotta go downhill. I think I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh, I hear a road. That's a road up here. It's not the road I parked on though. Well, at least we're going downhill. That means we're getting somewhere. I know it's just going to be like a giant flood zone. That's all it's going to be out here. It's going to be nothing but a humongous flood zone. I got a bit of a late start today. I did. I didn't get here till we'll get to where I parked. I didn't get out there till like 2:30. It's like 3:30 now. I'm just exploring, that's it. If I find something, I find something. If I don't, you know how the deal goes. Sorry. I'm looking for a different kind of history today. It's called, well, just the land. I guess that's the main road. Gotta be. So many things I gotta keep in mind when I do this kind of thing. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a flood zone. I see nothing but that tall wheatgrass down here. I can see the water already. Oh well, that's all I wanted to see. Oops. Gotta keep a lookout for yellow jacket nest, hornet's nest. Already ran into a giant black racer earlier. Had to sit and chill. There's another spot where we can't take their house. I'm going to just have to follow the landscape to get around this thing right here. I bet the deer are out here like crazy though. They have to be. It's like their perfect little habitat around these flood zones. They like to walk through this place like it's nothing. Yeah, look at that. There goes the garbage right there. You know it's heavenly out there, but it's also deadly. Extremely deadly. You can get stuck easily. I might have to walk 500 yards just to get to the creek. And I ain't about to do that thing either. I'm just going to look at the human garbage, see if we can spot some old bottle from 1809. It hasn't been broken yet. There's a kickball over here. What does it have on it? I can't tell. Gotta go around all these briars just to look at a ball. What if there are alligators out here though? What if there's one that's undiscovered, never been seen before out here? And I'm in its habitat. I'm gonna say, Da Vinci, you crazy. Oh look, it's got SpongeBob on it. That's not SpongeBob, is it? No, I don't know my characters. I don't watch cartoons on Saturday morning. It's that other one. It's that other one. Let's leave it out here for the wildlife to play with. They like those things. They need something to play with too. In a way, I don't mind the balls. Let me rephrase that. In a way, I don't mind the game balls. I guess little kids aren't scared to be out here, but I guarantee you that came from a long way. I don't know what I'm expecting to find, besides a bunch of cranes out here. You know, the giant birds that are always in places like this. Herons, whatever you call them. Let's take a reference picture before the sun goes away. Look at that. Man. Heavenly. Bam. Get what I can now. Clouds are big today. Yeah, I'm not going to be going through that. You know I'm not. I even got the boots on. The creek walking boots. So glad I came out. I wasn't really feeling it though. I really wasn't. Yeah, it's a little bit cold. I mean, when I first started out, at about 1 o'clock, it was barely even. It was barely even like 59. And here we are in May. I heard a growl. Oh, that's a woodpecker pecking away at the wood. That's a lawn chair zone up in here, though. It is. But I don't have my lawn chair. Hey, there's a tire. Let's hope I'm not being stalked by some wildcats. Yeah, we're not going to find anything today. I just wanted to see if I could find like a smooth flowing body of water with gravel bars up to the neck. And we might be able to find something because I have not been finding anything. I haven't really been looking either for major history. I've been trying to explore like this. See, imagine what it's like in the water. Yeah, you know, we've been trapped in places like this before. We have. Well, not really trapped. I mean, when you walk in this stuff, it's not easy to get out of. You go down easily, but you can't come out easily. You can't get out. Big tree right here, heck yeah. I mean, there could be anything out here. Look at the landscaping, though. I mean, there's not a leaf out here, hardly. The waters of eternity like to keep things up in places that humans don't never. I mean, they never come. Not don't never. What kind of language is that? Bad English. Wow, look at that. Dang, it looks just like somebody's backyard, you know, kept up. Green grass. It's not depressing like wintertime. I gotta find out what direction I'm going in, though. I mean, I'm following this body of water because it intersects with another body of water, which I assume is it's just where it converges in a giant flood zone. Look at that. Wow, bang, wow. Beautiful indeed. I still don't know if the contrast is working on phone. I see how that little yellow box is flashing on it, but I'm trying to get that white spot to be a little bit subtle, more subtle. Look down, look around. You're in somebody else's territory. Hope you like my little exploring videos. I know they're not much. Yeah, this is where these two bodies of water converge out here. Little creeks and all. Wow, look at that. Sun's coming out at the right time. It's been cloudy all day. Another reason why I've been slacking on it today, getting out late. Boy. chill zone. Definitely. Here's the thing I have to keep in mind though. The more I go in this direction and those two bodies of water converge, the more the landscape is going to look like this. The water's going to back up. But dang, is it ever so beautiful. I know I'm in your perfect little habitat taking pictures in my creek walking boots that have holes in them. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean, this thing right here, who knows? That's probably the creek right there in the middle. What I tell you before though, I mean, it's like, the more heavenly the place, the more dangerous the wildlife. One thing I gotta keep in mind out here. Let's hope the battery's not down to 61%. Let me go ahead and get off the phone for a while. Try to just chill. I'll let you know if I see, interesting things out here, historic, but not likely. Looks like the waters can be kind of rough out here. Stack things up. That's up to the knees right here. Could you imagine being trapped in something like that? Well, that's how they do their landscaping out here. They pile it up like you do in your own yard. Take a little bit of time to carry it out. I know it's just like another fantasy of mine to find like a fully intact Native American pot sitting in something like this. I mean, it's like a cushion. I mean, they can pick it up. The waters can pick it up and float the pot gently across this, water, whatever. And it just lands on top of one of these things right here, and we find it sitting there. All I see right now is just plastic bottles and other things. Yeah, another game ball over there, another basketball. 80% on the battery. I wasn't really intending to film today, but I always like to film my videos. You know how I like to do my little itty bitty videos. As I bring you along on the adventure. It's not an adventure unless you have to run from something, right? Just kidding. So what is this? A chill session? I'm using my muscles in my body to move around. What the heck was that? Look how the line just goes through. Looks like they were dragging something. Could have been a beaver. I see a gas can sitting up on some brush. Look how deadly that looks, though. I know it's not really considered deadly. It just depends on what you run into, though. I know, little one, I'm not supposed to be out here. Scared the crap out of me. My frequency of my voice combined with that made it sound like it was a dangerous mammal out here. My little flood zone videos mean that I get nowhere fast out here. Gotta walk slowly. Grass is getting a little bit taller. Oh, there they go. 1, 2, 3 deer. Sorry guys. I didn't mean to disturb you in your backyard. I know it's yours, not mine. They're probably cussing at me right now. Human, you're not supposed to be out here. Sound like dinosaurs out here. Yeah, there they go. Their little heavenly spot. Chilling in the sun. Look at this though. I mean, what does this look like to you? Granddaddy's backyard. Out in the country. All right. Dangerous. I don't even know how far of a distance I've covered though out here. I mean, I'm trying to get to an easy zone. Oh boy. I know I got plenty of time to clean it off. This kind of water out here though is really, I'm not gonna say nasty, it's just when you get this stagnant muddy water in your boots, it's hard to get out. Hey, look, another heavenly spot. Cool. Very nice indeed. Exactly what I came out here for today. Slow moving waters in a flood zone. That's what I'm afraid of. Well, I'm not afraid of it. That's what I know it's going to be like out here. How the heck am I going to get around it? It's going to go up past the ankles. I wonder if the sands are going to be sturdy though. I can't even get to them. Pictures for a lifetime. Don't have the Budweiser on me. I quit drinking like 2 weeks ago. I just completely gave it up again. For like the 30th time. Man, they make perfect holes for real though. That is perfectly round right there. It is from what I'm seeing. The camera's not telling us that though. Oh man. They're gonna make this difficult. They are. This is when it starts to turn into an adventure. When you don't know what you're getting yourself into. All right, the sand is a little bit sturdy. Okay, cool. See, that's all I had to do. That was it. That's all I had to do. Where that leads, I don't know. The deer know. I don't. I'll find out another day. I came out here to go to the bottom and take about 1 billion pictures to add to my collection. Like this, if I can get it before the sun goes down. I mean, goes behind the clouds. Look at that. Always trying to take heaven with me. In every picture I take. nothing like it. The grass isn't too high, too tall. It's going to be up to the knees in about another, I'd say 3 weeks or something. We got to get past the days in the mid 60s though to get it there. But you know, I told you that before. When it's that high, it's highly unlikely I'll be doing this thing. Extremely unlikely I'll be doing that. Man, masterpiece out here. I mean, look at the ferns from like 10 billion years ago. Kind of where the faces began in life. Look down, you don't want to step on anything that's going to strike. It's weird how it's just in this one patch though. This one little spot. Haven't seen it until now. What am I doing now? Let's hope it doesn't take this long to get back to the vehicle though. But I have to know my way back. Not about to be getting in. Just wanted to see it, that's all. Anytime you're in a body of water like this, small creek, whatever, in a place like this, it's going to be nothing but sand and mud. No gravel bars, nothing like that. Did you hear that? There's no neighborhood up there though. We're in a flood zone. It's right next to the creek. It sounded like a tree is about to come crashing down. I could stand here for eternity though. I mean, look at that. Boy, that is going to cover the sun up for a while. I'd say at least 12 minutes on that one. Probably longer. Man. And it just began. Let me enjoy it while I can. Starting to feel a little bit more hilly right here next to the major junction. I really don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just doing the hobby I used to do a long time ago. Just walk and talk. And be careful while I do it. No evidence of ancient civilizations. Nothing yet. Man, look at this. Yeah, the sun still hasn't come out. It's been like 9 minutes. Hasn't come out. That cloud hasn't moved away from it though. Imagine what this is going to look like when the sun does come out. I'm waiting. Oh look, there is a sandbar in the middle. There's this one place that I was really tempted to go to. It's a long way from here though, but I don't think I had time to do what I plan on doing. I had this plan to, hold on, let me get closer. I had this plan to go out and just clean up heaven, clean up that part of it, and spend the entire day doing it and lug all those bags back to the adventure vehicle and get them out of there. The place deserves it though, it does. The place is probably one of the most heavenly places I've ever been. Hands down. Dang, that's a slow moving cloud right there. I want to get this right here though. Boy, asking for trouble. That's sturdy sand right there though. Definitely sturdy. I'm waiting. I'm just frozen for something. Frozen for a second. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before that sun gets from behind the cloud. Get a load of this thing right here. Look what the beavers did. That's recent though. But look at the one to the right. But look at the one to the left. This is a hard cedar log that's probably at least 110 years old. Solid as a rock. But look at that. Look at the art that they created out of this thing right here. American holly stuck me. That's the first thing I saw right here. I started lifting up on it, thinking it was something immaculate, like it is. Like I thought it was like a wooden bowl or something like that that's just been uncovered, not knowing that the beaver's been chewing on it with their teeth. Look at what they did to that thing though. You can't take it, you can't get it up. I was sitting there thinking that thing was flat enough. Could you imagine if I can get that thing out of here and stain it to show the line work in it? Man, that's nice. Hard as a rock right there though. Good find for the day. It's weird though. I mean, all this reminds me of is Henry County. It does. I've been down in Henry County twice to look around, but it's nothing but sand and low-lying flood zones. That's all it is down there. No gravel bars at all that I know of. Anywhere south of, hold on. Thought that was a snake right here. Yeah, anything south of Norcross is going to be mostly where the sand begins. But if you go to Henry County thinking you're going to find something, you're wrong. You're going to find nothing at all. Nothing but places like this for miles and miles. And anything that's going to be a drop zone, that's going to have some fast moving water, is going to be nothing but exposed bedrock. That's it. It's either going to be sand or bedrock. So where's all the gravel? Where are all the gravel bars at? I know exactly where all the gravel is. It's in all those gravel mines. That's where the balance is thrown off. You mine the gravel, you mined all the rocks out of the landscape of time. And then everything else that would have had it just developed into nothing but sandbars. Sandy flood zones, that's it. You know I'm just kidding about that though. That's just the way I think about things. The balance of things. Who did what first to cause what? To cause a reaction. To stimulus. Something that would cause a reaction. Just like today, look at this thing right here. I'm in a jacket on May, what is this, first week of May, something like that. I'm wearing a jacket, first week of May. And it's been in the mid 80s all week, during the week. And then the temperature just plummeted yesterday. Didn't even get higher than like 66 yesterday, 65. Destroyed the option to get on the kayak. Another reason today I didn't get on a kayak. 66 right now and I got the jacket on. Totally unexpected. But it was like the balance was thrown off in my own life when it came to what I love and things I like to do. It could be part of it. I mean, look, I'm still red. I'm still red and the tan is just settling in from last weekend. Last Saturday when I went out. The chest is still kind of itchy. The scalp is still peeling. The shoulders are still, rough. And I had to think about that for a minute because I know I want to get out on a kayak as much as humanly possible that I can do. And mix in a few other hobbies, that is, in the meantime, as I do this wonderful thing. But I was just so wanting to get on the kayak this weekend. So much. But I was concerned about the sun. Getting too much sun. I'm looking. There's that green dot. Picture socks. I suck again. But yeah, so I was sitting there thinking about the balance of my own life. The things I like doing when it comes to like just the kayak and getting, building the golden tan. Trying to get an early start this year. Let's just say what I got last weekend was enough for 2 or 3 weekends. I got enough sun. Basically, that would last me 2 or 3 weekends. So what does that mean for me in my life? My own enjoyment when it comes to getting on the floating device. What does that mean? Does that mean that things had to change in my general location? Because I got enough sun for 3 weekends? And 2 weekends are being gobbled up with cooler temperatures, cloudy weather, a little bit of rain. So I can't get on the kayak. I can't go out and get any more sun because I got enough sun for 3 weekends in one single weekend. Just tell me about the balance of life and not your life. That's your life you got to worry about. I'm talking about the balance of my own life. How to spread things out. Beautiful. Like when the times I'd go out looking for history all the time and I would spend an entire day, 11 hours looking for something and find like 2 pointy rocks. I'm burning the time away. So I got to do, spread it out a little bit. Enter some more hobbies into the gameplay, that is. and not just go out looking for the major history every time it rains hard. Because that does take a lot of time, it does. I got 7 little itty bitty spots that I can make it out to, that's it. 7 spots. And if it were to rain hardcore for an entire 2 or 3 or 4 days, what does that mean? That means I'd have to make it out to 7 places and look and spend a lot of time, a lot of hours looking for those pieces that might have been turned up. Pottery, whatever. But how much time is that going to take? 7 places. 1 place every weekend day. You're talking about practically a month. 1 single month wiped out. 1 single month in time. An entire month. Walking around looking at the ground. The gravel bars. Hoping I would find something major. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I guess that's another reason why they've been playing with the weather and not really letting it rain hard in the springtime of 2022. We haven't had your typical springtime rains. We did earlier in the spring, and I found some major things, but once I found that major thing of perfection, that one thing I was looking for, I guess that day, that month, not really a find of a lifetime, it was just probably a find of the year. But then the rains just cooled off as soon as perfection was found and added to the museum. Wonder what that's going to mean for the rest of the spring and summer. They know how it throws off the balance when I pray for it so much so. Got to be more careful. Another heavenly zone. Only a couple of leaves left sitting around. Check that out. It's a fly that is following me around. That's what that noise is. Hey, would you look at that? Sun's been hiding behind the clouds for a while. I'd say at least 35 minutes. Started like 4:45. Heavenly. Yet dangerous. They're trying to clean it up out here so you can come out. They're trying to clean up the danger. You know, the places where wildlife likes to hide, ready to strike. I've never seen it this clean out here before. Never have. It's always been piled high with the brush and stuff, you know. Would you look at that thing right there? Trying to get the contrast to work. I guess I have to do a little bit of Photoshop. It's not making it brighter. That just made it darker. I mean, you get the picture though. As I'm trying to get it myself with the camera. Sun's about to go away again. Heavenly. Ain't that the truth? Giggling. Well, because I've never seen this clean before. Oh, there's a hip bone from an animal. They know exactly what they're doing out here when it comes to cleaning. Well, with a little bit left over, they'll get that later. Hey, look, there's a tennis ball. See what we got up in here. In this little dangerous pile, I got the combat boots on. That's what I need. I need some tactical boots. Tied around the ankles so sands and other things can't get in there. Look at all the little balls though. Balls and bottles. Oops, something collapsing. Quite the age difference between that and knitting. Trying to be careful. I wish I could understand the science of how things like major history gets displaced or hidden. You're going to say, but hey man, you should at least find a sort of pottery in here, because that's where they're pushing all the light stuff. I know, tell me about it. But I don't really understand the science of how things like that are just hidden deeper, you know. Like further up the creek, many miles away. It's out there. It is. It's not down here in the flood zone, but where does it go then? Is the flood zone just so flat that they just pull it out? They just pull it out of here? Within the ditch itself? I don't know. But if the bottom is so solid, they can't really place it underneath, can they? Like even deeper? I'm talking about like the pottery, the light stuff. And the points. I know it just gets turned over, that's it. It just gets turned over. It could be 5 millimeters underneath the top layer of sand, and you'll never see it. But it's right there, right in front of you. Huh. Hello, frog. Sorry, I'm talking too loud. That's what they said. Heavenly for real. Not heavenly for real. 49% left on the batter. Not really a long way to go. What the heck is out here though? I mean, I like to find a couple of things though, but I wish I really understood. I don't have the time to understand that though. I mean, to take the time to figure it out. I mean, I tried to do something like that in the past to try to help me pinpoint exactly where every single piece could be. Every single piece there is that was designed by the natives out here. Hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. And I tried to understand, like all the way down to the weight of the object, the shape of the object, the engineering of it, combined with the laws of nature, the way the waters and everything moves through, the landscapes of time, what happens to it, how it gets turned over, depending on the weight, the form of it, the geometries, even down to the pieces of the pots, the fully intact pottery, whatever. I mean, how does it end up where? Where does it end up? Where can you find it easily? Besides Texas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, all those places. Man. And that's all I'm looking for. Stuff of mankind. Uh-oh. We have a challenge in front of us. Might be time to jump. Always feels like I'm getting close to something. It would be nice, even if it was just one piece. That's all. But I'm always looking for more than just one piece. Oh boy. I mean, the science of it all. When it comes to hiding those things, exposing them. I mean, how deep is it under here? If it is under there, look at this ball right here though. Look what they did to this thing, trying to turn it into the lady. Most definitely. Even has the colors of her. In a basketball. You're going to say, take the basketball. It's like the painting itself. Well, no, I'm going to leave it out here for them to keep creating it. Hay from hayfields. Floodstone on that side. Yeah, but you understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the engineering of it. Always trying to figure things out. to try to make life easier, make the hobbies more enjoyable. You know, where I go out on the adventure, but I still find it because I know exactly where it is. Because I understood the combination of it all. That would be nice. But maybe it's not meant to be figured out, you know? But like I told you before, like this one time I had this girlfriend, and she was one of those where it's like everybody has something that they adore so much. It could be the oddest things. You know, you got the grandma, the aunt who likes the elephants, and she's got the curio cabinet that's just filled up with about 300 or 400 elephants. You know, knickknacks, whatever you call them. And, but my ex-girlfriend, a long time ago, she liked koala bears. And I did the wrong thing trying to get her something. And, I just got on that eBay. That takes the fun out of everything. That's why I like going out to like junk stores and stuff like that to try to find it. The treasure that I'm looking for. At that moment. The treasure that brings joy to your emotions. Everybody's emotions. And I think the wrong thing to do is just like get on eBay. I mean, I would never get on eBay or Etsy or whatever it is. Dang, look at that. Art. And I would never get on those websites and try to buy airheads because it just kills me to see that you sell things like that for such low prices. I mean, I would never get on eBay to look for an ancient piece and spend $3 on it. No. I'd rather walk for 15 miles to find one to keep it for my own. Same thing with pottery shards. I mean, when you downgrade things like that, when you take it and you put it up for sale at a low price, because you know there's millions of them out there in the United States, even being held in the lands of time, the time capsules. If you're lucky enough to find them, even though there have been millions that have been collected, that doesn't even include the ones that are hidden. But if you're lucky enough to find it, shouldn't it be worth more? Huh. I know you're shaking your head saying, that's nothing, man. I mean, they shouldn't be worth anything really. But they should. But it just hurts me to look on eBay and find out something like that, ancient, man-made, made by the ones who originally lived out here, and you're selling them for pennies on the dollar. You're selling them for $5 each, whatever. You're destroying the history of it by putting a price on it like that. You're making it seem like it's worthless, which is the wrong thing to do. Yeah, shouldn't go in boxes or anything like that. Shouldn't be whatever. They should be displayed properly. Yeah. Beautiful continuation. I'm just walking, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Waterways over there. I'm just going somewhere. Just looking around. The sun has still been behind the clouds. Imagine what this place will look like if it was bright out here. Check this out. Nearly impossible. But everything is possible, right? No, I'm not talking about like finding a piece of a pie. Look at this. 3 footballs, 3 different scales right next to each other. There's the large one, medium size, small. What you know about that? I walked all the way out here today to try to find something, and I found this. This one's flattened. Ooh, my bad, little guy. I'm going to be foregoing that. I was going to pull them out and show the scale differences. It's like the scale to the golden ratio in footballs out here. Ah, boy, that was cool. I know it's just garbage out here. I think it's cool because it's where it is where it is. And we ran into it. Helped us see something different for a change. Just like I'm hoping to in my vacation coming up in the next 2 weeks. Hell, I still don't know what I'm going to do for my vacation. I'm not a big planner. I don't plan when it comes to things like that. I'm so spontaneous. I mean, I'll plan for the future in a different way. I will. Way ahead of time to build the foundation of it all. But when it comes to building the foundation for a vacation, I can't do it. Because anything could happen. Anything could happen. Just like I had to come to a conclusion about like doing the mountain 16 times. Trying to get up on that thing. Climb the mountain 16 times. I was trying to attempt it 2 different times this weekend because it was the perfect temperatures. I'm not talking about the perfect weather. It was the perfect temperatures. Not even getting above 70 degrees out here. And I just couldn't get out of bed, and I thought to myself, you know what? You know how bad you're going to be hurting when you do that thing. And it's going to take 2 weeks to recover. You're going to say, Da Vinci, that's perfect timing. If you made it 16 times up the mountain, it's perfect timing because you would get better before your vacation, right in time for your vacation. Well, I thought about something else, though. What do we have here? A toy. You're going to say, right out. It's intact. We just found. No, I'm not going to take it with me. Look at that. Oops, there's a big spider in there. My bad, little guy. This is your play toy. Look at that. Man, all right. And I was talking about trying to find a perfectly intact artifact today out in these things right here. And look what we just found. Different kind of reference picture just for the game. That's it. Bam. Yeah, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. That was funny, though. Right out. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Completely lost it. There's another toy right there. Yep. There's our first airplane of the day. Where did that come from? Yeah, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, but the vacation thing, I still haven't planned anything out at all. Because anything could happen. Oh yeah, I was talking about the mountain. Okay, so I thought about this when I was trying to attempt to get out of the bed again today. This morning at about 4:15, 4:30. And I thought about this. I was like, you know how bad it's going to be. But what if it got worse? What if I did something to myself because I tried to push so hard to make it to the cube, the 16? Something just climbed up in there. No, they didn't. I'm seeing things. Okay. So, but imagine this. Imagine if I just try to push myself so hard to make it to 16, to try to feel like I did something major. And imagine if I actually hurt myself, You see what I'm saying? I hurt myself. Imagine if I hurt myself majorly. Sprained an ankle. Busted my hip out of joint. Broke my knee. Fell down, broken arm. Fractured something. Because I try to make it to 16. I will eventually get there, though. I will. I will make it to 16. But I don't think the beginning of springtime is the right time. You know what I mean? What if I did something so terrible to myself that I was going to be held up until late August, early September because of an injury, and it would destroy the spring and summer? No kayak time, no Six Flags, no drinking with Bacchus, no coming out and walking these distances I'm doing out here now. Just imagine that. Imagine if I hurt myself for real. So I told myself, I was like, just lay your butt in bed, let it go. Save it for the fall. Save it for the early fall, when the summertime is over with. That's when I need to save it for. Because I'm not going to say something's going to happen. I'm not going to say I'm going to get hurt or anything like that. But if I did get hurt, I would be laid up until December, which wouldn't bother me at all. But it definitely would bother me, for real though. It would kill me if I was sitting up on a couch with a cast around my leg until August or September. But I know you're going to say you wouldn't be in a cast that long. You wouldn't. But it would still destroy the majority of the fun times out here. It would. And I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to hurt myself just because I try to challenge myself to meet the number 16 within the cube. I'm going to save that for late September, early October. That would be perfect timing. For real though. Dang, so glad I came out today. Even though I got a late start, but I'm making good time though. I mean, look at that. Dang. Boy. Beautiful. Welcome to heaven, like I always say. I know you don't believe, I want to tell you time and time again, you need to start believing, but you should have always believed that. Heaven is solid. It's a solid living thing, entity. And it's right around you. I'm not going to say you can't escape it, but you take it down. You do. You destroy it. And you don't seek to look for it. You try to believe and try to seek it when you're dead. Which is also true in that, because you'll eventually end up here. Again. Your soul's going to end up out here. And then you'll probably just come right back. As something else living. No ancient signal trees, but it's beautiful out here. So glad I came out. I was kicking myself though because I was trying to stay in, I was trying to stay in and just work on videos because I'm working on this 3-hour masterpiece right now. And I know you're shaking your head. Human race can't afford to listen to one of your 3-hour videos. I'm trying to get my head out of the image. But look at that thing. Now I need one of me. Yeah, I know I'm kind of sick of talking about the same thing every time though. It's not like I don't have a lot to talk about. It's the only thing on my mind at the moment. And then when they make me see it every single time I walk around, I have to start talking about it and tell you how much you need to protect it. And not take it out, not destroy it. Not kill it. Uh-oh. I just got myself into a corner. Oh, dang. What the heck did I do? Man. I'm not going to be attempting to cross this thing right here, though. Hey, is that tracks? Hold on. That looks like tracks right here. Like 4-wheeler tracks. I'm too busy trying to get this in right here. Because I probably won't be here next. I mean, not here, but you know what I mean. I won't be in this general location. Let me take that back. I probably won't be in this general location this time next year. Gotta get what you can get in. Every single time. Yeah. Where the heck do you get a 4-wheeler at out here? I mean, there's no road over there. That's gotta be some kind of 4-wheeler though. that's probably been like that. You know, it hasn't rained hardcore like I just told you earlier. It hasn't rained hardcore in a while. I'm talking about since like February. I'm trying to get up here to get these images. People come out here in four-wheelers. I bet it's not to take pictures either. It's to take life. I know they get offended every time I talk about that. They have the right to get offended when I talk about them wiping out the animals out here. It's a hobby. It's their hobby, though. It's a hobby that they love, but I'm totally against it. You know, I know you're gonna say, but that's the way it is, though. Even the Department of, not, I was about to say Human Resources, that's like the DNR too. In a way, controlling the deer population, in a way, helps keep us safe. And I know, that's kind of true, but, man. So pretty, I have to say dang every time I even look around. I think I'm painting myself into a corner in between two flood zones. Yeah, I apologize for the things I talk about like that, though. I do. I mean, I know they want to hunt deer and bear and all the other ones out there and go fishing. They have the right to do that, even though I'm against it. But just because I'm against it for myself doesn't mean that there could be something under here. Got to go around. But just because I'm against it for myself doesn't mean that you have to do without, even though I prefer for you to do without. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm painting myself into a corner. This isn't going to be easy. Oops. Yeah, well, we did find something. Look, it's one of our friends. Hello. You know, I'm just trying to get by. Don't tumble backwards, okay? Be careful. Want me to set you up on the hill? Maybe you can make it yourself. Is that what you're trying to tell me? All right then. Cool. See you later.